Afternoon, everybody. Energy levels getting up a little bit. Somebody's going to get an iPad, I heard. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak specifically on the topic of innovation. So one of the most frustrating things I've had, even in my upbringing as an entrepreneur, is we have this concept of innovation, doing really cool things. Is it flying cars or is it sharing cars? There's this confusion about what innovation really is because it's a pie-in-the-sky dream when you're trying to explain it to your worker who just wakes up, comes to work at 8 in the morning and goes home at 5. What does innovation look like on a daily basis? And that's what my talk generally tries to approach. So essentially, we use the story of our dry bath product, which is a business that's continually growing, to show you what are the steps involved in coming up with an interesting innovation. In this case, the world's first bath substituting gel. A gel that cleans your skin without the need for water. I came up with this when I was in high school and went through the trials and tribulations over a 6-year period to making this product a retail product and a product that now we export 90% of our sales outside of this country for. On top of that, we don't just focus on the dry bath story because it's been a long story, it's a long battle that we work with on this product. It's a product that's been successful in the US, successful in Europe, but not in South Africa. Some of the intricacies involved in that, even though our factory is based in Cape Town. That's one of the frustrations that we faced in everyday innovations. Now, the innovative story doesn't just start with dry bath and the rest is history. The talk always starts with the examples of the innovations we tried, or should I rather say I tried in high school, that didn't work out. This ranges from a healthy cigarette that I tried to invent in grade 10. I'll explain how that didn't work out. A mobile dictionary that we tried to publish to complement Mixit back in the day that didn't work out. A security magazine, and a whole bunch of other ideas along the way. Now, even after dry bath, which we had to fund with business plan competitions because nobody would give us funding for equity, nobody would give us loans. We raised over R1 million while I was at UCT to fund this business and take it through. And along the way, we noticed a big challenge that was involved in helping students to graduate. But before we even tried to figure out how we were going to sell dry bath, and specifically looking at what dry bath was, a bath substituting product in a world that's obsessed with bathing twice a day, how do you sell that? Another key issue that we faced along the way was trying to explain the product to customers who didn't feel that they necessarily needed it. You had a huge group of customers in poor countries that were interested in the product but could not afford it. You had South Africans who come from similar backgrounds as me, who knew about the product but said they didn't like it, the people I thought I developed it for. And also looking at the Western markets, the people who we thought never needed the product are actually the ones buying it the most at the highest price. So I'll go into details of how that actually has worked out. Our goal with the product and with the story that I tell is how we developed a product based on purpose. It didn't work out for many years. No one was buying it. But we believe that if we built a solution that solved the waterless hygiene problem, we could actually be the fathers of a whole retail category. Now, one of the questions I always got, which was always frustrating, is, so what's next? What have you worked on since dry bath? What happens afterwards? Like, we've heard the dry bath story. And it's frustrating because any entrepreneur will tell you to get good at anything, you have to focus. Do one thing and do it very well. But nonetheless, when we graduated from UCT, one of the key issues we saw is what you're seeing now with the fees must fall strikes. Except the bigger problem we saw wasn't that a lot of students were going to fight to get into university, but rather that those in university were struggling to get out. So we built a whole solution for Coronation in Cape Town, where we helped them cut their drop-off rate by 75% within 6 months after implementing our student support program, and we actually increased the employability of their students by 300%. And the reason we can say 300% is because we agreed at the beginning that if we're going to do this intervention, which costs 20 to 40,000 rand per student per year, it's like paying for a whole other degree. We promised them a 10% reduction, we gave them 75%. We gave them 100% improvement in employability, and we measured it as when other companies actually offer you money to buy the students from you. not just they got a job with another company. So please feel free to find out about our psychology that we have when it comes to socio-economic impact that can be achieved through business, and how the lessons we've learned with the 2 case studies that we run continually can actually be used to help your employees and your business. Thank you very much.